Hello students, welcome to a session with Abhishek Anand, your educator on Unacademy, India's largest learning online platform. Quick introduction, this is Abhishek. I did my graduation from SRCC, my MBA from IIM Bangalore. I worked for a multinational financial institute for 5 years before I took the plunge and joined the education industry. Ever since then, I've been in this industry training thousands of people to get into top B schools. What will you get on Unacademy? So first of all, if you're not on Unacademy platform, you're missing out on something really great. There are fantastic educators with amazing content. We conduct daily live classes. The courses are structured. We run the entire batch for targeting different examination. And as a learner, you get access, unlimited access to the educators. So anybody who is teaching on Unacademy, you get access to that teacher and to their content. So as I said, we run batches. These are some batches which were started off late, 6th January, 8th, 9th of January. Both weekdays, weekend batches. So you will see there are morning batches. There are combination of batches which you'll get. So you'll definitely come across a batch that suits your schedule. Uh, uh, Unacademy believes in innovating, right? So one thing which we have come up with is Unacademy Combat. This is a gamified version of test that you take. So it's a 1 hour competition wherein you compete with your peers, and the winners take it all. So you get Amazon vouchers, you get scholarship, you can unlock it. So this was 10 January. Now you'll have another in the coming week. You can unlock that using my code, which is Anand11. We also call guest speakers. We have guest sessions. So, for instance, we will have Shivam Chandak. He'll talk about how did he manage the 100 percentile in LRDI section this year CAT. All right. So I'll start with the topic today. This is I call it tagging. Tagging for me, this is one of the most important types because you can uh, expect this question. You can definitely expect this question type in the exam. It has come in almost all the years. If I'm looking at the last 8 to 10 years, any year in any of the entrance examination. So this becomes an extremely important type of logical reasoning question. So let's start with a question. Here goes your first question. Try to solve this question. This is the question, and these are the questions that follow. So just read the set quickly, and then you may try to solve the question. I'll give you 10 minutes to solve this question. Yeah, this is the question, guys. The only teams that won both the matches in stage 2 is are the teams that won exactly 2 matches in the event are. So let's say if I just put a question here. Sorry. Here goes the question, guys. stage 1, stage 2. You just figure out which team won the maximum. This was CAT 2008 question. These are the other questions. All right. So before we solve this question, let me tell you that this question, in fact, almost all the questions of logical reasoning are about how do you organize information. This is number one, right? And second is there would be two kind of clues given to you to solve the questions: direct versus indirect, right? So how do you organize information? And direct versus indirect information. Okay. So now let's look at this question. Three people, ABC, watched three different movies: John Wick, Avengers, and Wonder Woman. So I organize the information first of all in this format, right? So I'll just make a table like this, right? Because I have to tag which movie does A watch and which he does not, right? Now look at this clue. A did not watch John Wick. Now this clue is an indirect clue. The clue which helps you to put a cross is an indirect clue. So A did not watch John Wick. So I can just put a cross here. That's it. It is useful, but its use is limited. So I can just put one cross. Now, second information. B watched Avengers, right? Now B watched Avengers. So first of all, I put a tick here, right? First of all, I put a tick here. That means B would not have watched John Wick, and B would not have watched Wonder Woman, and nobody else would have watched Avengers. So look at this. A direct clue is one which helps you to put a tick, right? A direct clue is one that helps you to put a tick. So always use direct clue first. And how do you identify whether a question is a simple question or tough question? The question which has more of direct clues would be a simpler set, and the question which has more of indirect clues would be a tougher set. As simple as that, right? So now the moment I do this, I know there would be only one tick. So I put a tick here, I put a cross here, and I put a tick here. So when the question was, yeah, this is what I get. Which movie did C watch? You have only one box remaining, which is John Wick, right? So this is how you organize information, and always use your direct clue before your indirect clue. Now see, also CAT is all about question selection. So how do you decide which question is simple or tough in this form, which is tagging? A, the number of variables. So in case guys, this case, it was a one variable set because you had to tag movie to person. So person to movie. So this is a one variable set. Now let's say if I say three people watch three different movies at three different show times, different show timings. So let's say 9, 10 and 11. So now you have to map which person watched which movie and at what time. So now this becomes a two variable set. So obviously this one would be tougher as compared to this one. Also it depends on the kind of clues. So if you have, so one variable is how many variables are there. So if there are more variables to be tagged, that question would be difficult, right? I can add one more variable here. Three people watch three different shows at three different timings, and they used three different modes of conveyance. Modes of conveyance. So now conveyance becomes the third variable, right? Conveyance becomes your third variable. So now obviously this one would be tougher than only one variable set. So this is one way in which you figure out whether a question would be simple or tough. And the second variable would be direct versus indirect. Direct versus indirect. The more direct clues there are in a question, the simpler it would be. The more indirect clues there are, the more tougher it would be, right? Now let's come to that question, right? So in that question, this is how I'll organize the information. So we have A to F teams, right? We had teams from A to F. So and I put it here and here. Now what does this box mean? This box means A versus A. A played against A, right? This box means A played against A, right? This is which will not happen. A cannot play against A. So I put a cross here. Same goes for B. B will not play against B. C will not play against C. So I put a cross here. All right. Now, what does this box signify, guys? This box signify A versus D, right? This box is A versus D, which is the same as this one, right? This box is same as this one. What is the difference? What is the difference, guys? The difference is perspective. This is A versus D, match is same. This box, which is 1, is A's perspective. What happened to A when A played against D? And this box, second, this is same match, A versus D, but D's perspective. D's perspective. As in, what happened to D when D played against A, right? So I hope this part is clear. Now, once we've understood how we've organized the information, now let's try to solve the questions. So this applies to both the stages. I have just plotted the information from stage 1. Try to use this information and fill in the table as much as possible. Right? So this part of information relates to both the stages, and I have just captured stage 1 here because I cannot capture all the information in one slide. So I put this information. So try to fill in the data as much as possible. Okay. So these are the clues. How many clues do I have to solve stage 1? How many clues have we been given to solve stage 1? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this. Total we've been given 7 clues. We have 7 clues to solve this stage. Yeah. Okay, this one. One team won all the 3 matches. Is this a direct clue or an indirect clue? One team won all the 3 matches. This is an indirect clue. So I won't use this as of now. 2 teams lost all the matches. Again, indirect clue. I don't know which team you're talking about. Right? Now this one. D lost to A. This is direct. So which box are we talking about? We're talking about this box. So what do? If I put a cross here, this cross means played and lost. This cross means did not play. So we have to be consistent with our coding also. So D lost to A. The simple coding here would be, I just put D lost to A, which means A would have won against D. Right? This much is clear. Simple coding. D lost to A, which means A won against D. But D lost to A but won against C and F. D won against C and F. So C against D would be lost, F against D would be lost, right? So this is how we used this information, right? Now try to use other inputs. Always use direct clue first. बाकी direct clue use करो और try करो जितने box fill हो सकते हैं. Try to fill as many boxes as possible. Okay, so now this one, E lost to B. So E lost to B, which means B would have won against E. E lost to B but won against C and F. E won against C and F. E won against C and F. So C against E would be lost. F against E would be lost. Alright, so we've used this information also. B lost at least one match, indirect. F did not play against the top team of stage 1, indirect. Okay, so now we have used all the direct clues. So let's go back to indirect clues. One team won all the 3 matches. Can that team be A? Possible. Can that team be B? Possible. Can that team be C? No. Can that team be, because 2 losses. Can that team be D? No, lost 1 match. Can that team be E? No, lost 1 match. Can that team be F? No, lost 2 matches. So it could be either this one team won both the matches, could either be A or B. Now here we know B lost at least 1 match. So we know that for even B it is not possible, or the one team that won all the 3 matches will be A. That's it. Further, I cannot use it as of now. All I know is that against A, I have to put 3 W's, rest crosses, but I don't know which box to put W at right now. But I know the team that won all the 3 matches is A, right? Is A. So after that, I can make use of this. F did not play against the team of, so I've used this, I'll use this. F did not play against the top team of stage 1. Who is the topper of stage 1? A. So F would not have played against A would not have played against F, right? यहाँ तक हो गया? Yeah, so we know up till here. Okay, now after this, 2 teams lost all the matches. Which could be these 2 teams? It says 2 teams lost all the matches. Can that team be A? No. Can that team be B? No. Can that team be C? Yes, possible. Can that team be D? No. D has won 2 matches. Can that team be E? No. E has won 2 matches. So it has to be C and F. So basically, 2 teams that lost all the matches are C and F. So can you make any other deduction from this? From this information, I know C and F are 2 teams that played against each other and lost all the matches, right? That is what we can infer from this, that C and F are 2 teams that played 2 matches and lost all the matches. The other deduction from this would be that they would not have played against each other. Why? Because whoever has played in this tournament against each other, whatever match you're talking about, there always has been an outcome. So if C and F have not won a single match in stage 1, that means they would not have played against each other. Because if they would have played against each other, there would have been one winner between C and F, but they did not win a single match. So that means C would not have played against F and F would not have played against C. So this comes from this. Okay, so now we've used more or less all the clues but this one. Each team plays 3 matches in stage 1. So let's try to use this clue. I can use this for D because D has finished its quota of 3 matches. Because D has finished 3 matches, D will not play against B. So B will also not play against D. D will not play against E. E will also not play against D. Similarly, for E, we can see that E has finished his quota of 3 matches. So E will not play against A will not play against E, right? The moment I do this, I can see only 2 boxes available for A, and I know A has won all his 3 matches, which means A would have won against B and A would have won against C, right? And since A has won against B and C, B would have lost against A, C would have lost against A. Now C has finished his matches of 3 quota. It's quota of 3 matches. So C will not play against B and B will also not play against C. So guys, last match is B versus F. What do you think will happen here? This is the last match. What do you think will be the outcome of this match? What do you think will be the outcome of this match? B versus F. Yes, F will lose this match because we know the 2 teams that lost all the matches are C and F. So F will lose this match and B will win this match, right? So F will lose this match and B will win this match. So now we are done with this stage 1. So stage 1 is complete. This is how stage 1 will look like. Yeah. Now let's move to stage 2. And again same thing, stage 2, I know A will not play against A. So I'll put a cross like this. So this is the first thing I'll do. Now, how do you proceed from here? How do you move from here? Try to solve this table as much as possible. जितना टेबल सॉल्व हो सकता है कोशिश करो सॉल्व करने की. Try to solve as much as possible. Okay, so no team plays against the same team more than once. So how do I use this information? This is what I know of my stage 1, right? That A played against B, C, D in stage 1. So basically A will not play against B, C, D in stage 2, right? Okay. Then B had played against A, E, F. So B will not play against A, E, F. C had played against A, D, E. So C will not play against A, D, E. D had played against A, C, F. So D will not play against A, C, F. E had played against B, C, and F. So E will not play against B, C, and F. And finally F had played against B, D, E. So F will not play against B, D, E. Alright. So this is from this. This is from this. No team plays against the same team more than once in the event. Right. So from this we get this. Alright. So now the second part. The leader of stage 1 lost the next 2 matches. So who is the leader of stage 1? A. So A has lost the next two matches. So E and F. So E and F would have won against A. Right? Simple. Now after this it says of the two teams at the bottom after stage 1. So which were the two teams at the bottom after stage 1? The two teams were C and F. So of these two teams, it is saying one team won both matches. So I have no information about C, but F I know has already won a match. So F would be that team that has won both the matches, and C will be the team that has lost both the matches. So I'll put when, so F win against C. So C would have lost and lost. C lost to B as well. So B would have won against C. Alright, so this much up till here. Now the final clue is one more team lost both the matches. One more team. So which is besides A and C, there is one more team that's lost both the matches. Can that team be B? No. Can that team be D? Possible. Can that team be E? No, because E has already won a match. Can that team be F? No. So the team that has lost both the matches other than A and C is D. So lost, 1, 1. Right? So now you can see that our table is complete. The table is complete. So stage 2 looks like this. So stage 1 and stage 2 are complete. So fundamentally guys, again the important thing to note here is that how do I organize information? So you have to organize information first of all, right? So for tagging question, the simplest way to organize information is by making tables. How do you know it's an tagging question? They'll ask you. So let's say this person has this trait, so who did this? So let's say 3 people uh, like pizza, ice cream, coffee. So which person like pizza, who likes ice cream, who likes coffee? Plus I'll be doing other question also today. Let's say I'll do 2 more sets, so you'll have an idea how to identify a tagging question. Alright, question number 1. The only team or teams that won both the matches in stage 2 are stage 2 which won both the matches is B, E and F. So B, E and F are the teams that won both the matches in stage 2. So the answer is D. Let's go to question number 2. The teams that won exactly 2 matches in the event are, which are these 2 teams? The teams that won exactly the 2 matches in the event are, so how many has A won? A has won 2 would be, A has won 3, B is 2 and 2, 4, no, C is 0, D is 2 and 0, so 1 is D, E is 2 here, 4, and F is 2, so D and F. The answer is E. The teams with most wins in the event are, okay, so A has won 3 plus 0, so 3, B has won 2 and 2, 4, C has won 0, D has won 2, E has won 2 and 2, 4, and F again has 1, 2. Yeah. So answer is B and E. Again, number E. Let's go to question number 4. The two teams that defeated the leader of stage 1. Leader of stage 1 was A, who defeated A in stage 2, E and F. E and F. Yeah. So then it becomes an easy question. You might ask that it might take a lot of time to make the table. Yes, but after that each question will take hardly any time. So overall, per minute, per question, the time would be within a reasonable limit. It won't take you more than 4 minutes after practice to make a table like this. And then solving 4 questions after that, it becomes extremely simple. Yeah. Okay. Solve this question. I'll give you 3 minutes, 3 minutes to solve this question, and then I'll discuss the solution. How many variables are there in this question? There are three variables. You have to map university, and then you have to map language, and you have to map bikes, right? So this was question number 5. In which university does A teach? There are other questions. Who teaches in Marathi, right? So now you would realize here that to solve the question, you can solve the question making this table A, B, C, D, and then you can have university Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Hyderabad, right? This side you have let's say languages, which is Hindi, English, Bengali, and Marathi, right? And then you'll have one more table for this thing. So you can make 3 tables to solve this question, but that will take you a lot of time. That will take a lot of time, right? So you will be able to solve it, but that will take a lot of time. So in such cases, I suggest a different kind of table, which is you make a table like this. Yeah, a table like this. In this, I've already given you the information. Let me just one sec. Let me just, yeah. Okay. All right. So now let's go information by information. So the first information that we have is A owns Hero, right? A owns Hero. So A is a professor. So I put here A owns Hero. Hero is a bike. So that's how I use the information here. My second information is D teaches in Mumbai University. So D is a professor, will come to in a different column. Mumbai University would come here. Okay. The person who teaches Hindi owns TVS. So because it is Hindi, it can't come here. Hindi and TVS can come here. See, Hindi and TVS can't come here because this is Hero, but it could come here or it could come in these two columns. So therefore, I will not use this information as of now. As of now, I will not use this information. Right? Now let's go to the second bit of information here. The person who teaches in Hyderabad University teaches in English and owns Bullet. So Hyderabad English Bullet, right? So because it is Hyderabad, it can't come here. Because it is Hero, it can't come here. It will come in one of those two columns. So I just write it here. Hyderabad, and then English, and over here it will be Bullet, right? Itna jayega? All right. Then it says B teaches in Bengali. So because it is B, it cannot come here. It could have come here, but this is English. So this would be B and this would be Bengali. So now we have used all the Qs but one. So we have to use this Q, which is Hindi and TVS. So now guys, Hindi can't come here, Hindi can't come here. Hindi could have come here, but then this is not TVS, so it will come only here. Hindi and TVS, the moment we do this, we know this has to be YBX and this has to be Marathi. Okay, and this we will not be able to solve. So this would be either Delhi or Kolkata. This would be either Delhi or Kolkata. Don't stereotype. Just because B is teaching in Bengali, that doesn't mean that B isn't teaching in Kolkata. And this last column has to be C. Okay? So this is a simpler table. Again, it's all about organizing information. So whenever guys, it is more than two variables, it always helps to make a table like this. List down all the variables and then plot information. Yeah. So in which university does A teach? It is either Delhi or Kolkata. Therefore, the answer is cannot be determined. Next question. Who teaches in Marathi? Marathi is this, which is A. So A. Who owns Bullet? कौन own करता है Bullet को? Bullet is owned by C. So the answer is this. Then what could be the correct combination of professor, university, bike? Now the question is what could be, not what is. So even if it is possible, you'll mark it, right? So D, Delhi is not possible. C, Hyderabad is possible. YBX is out because it is Bullet. You get D. B, Delhi could be, and then YBX is for sure. So yes, this is the correct answer, right? So 8th, the correct answer is C. Now 9th, who owns YBX? Who owns YBX? Is owned by B. So this is the correct answer. All right. Okay. Now, chalo. Now last set of the day. This is the question. Quickly go through the question. Basically, you have to identify the person who goes to what mode of let's say worship, as in which place of worship, whether who goes to temple, who goes to mosque, and who goes to church, and what are they wearing? Are they wearing sweaters, jackets, or blazer? Just try to tag this. Just try to map this, organize this. Yeah, just do this. All right. I'll give you around 5-6 minutes to solve it, and then we'll solve the questions that follow. Okay. These are the questions. Which place does she visit? This is the first question. Try to get the answer to this question. 5 minutes, and then I'll start discussing or solving the question for you guys. Two more minutes, then I'll start discussing the question. All right, let's go and let's solve this question together. All right. So I organize the information like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and this. Okay. Now the information that I have is, first of all, at least 2 students will visit each temple. How many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 students, 3 places. 2 people visit each place, so 2 2 2 6. So the ratio would be 3 2 2. So one place would be visited by 3 people, the other 2 will be 2 each. So that will be the ratio 3 2 2. So far as the ratio of jackets are concerned, that is given: 2 jackets, 2 sweaters, and 3 blazers. Right? 2 jackets, 2 sweaters, and 3 blazers. That is given to us. Okay, so that was fine. Now it says, all right, at least 2 students will be, is it? One of them is a male. Okay. So in each group, right, there are 3 categories. Each group will have exactly 1 male, and only one of them is a male. So which means there are 3 males using this information, we know there are 3 males and 4 females, right? Using this, we know there are 3 males and 4 females. 3 males and 4 females, right? Because 3 groups, there are 3 places, each place at least 2 goes and only one of them is a male. So which means every group will have at least only one male. So there are 3 groups, temple, mosque and church. So 3 males and 4 females. Okay, now how do I use this information? B is a male student who is wearing a jacket. Okay, so B is a male. So B, I put male here. It's a male wearing a jacket, so I put a tick here. See, I can't put a cross here because one more person is wearing a jacket. So B is a male wearing a jacket, and what else? He visits a place of worship only with G, who is wearing a blazer, and they visit a temple. Only with G, they go to temple. So because in this group B is male, G has to be female. Also, what I know is G is wearing a blazer. G is wearing a blazer. So cross, cross. This much I know, right? The important thing that comes out from this is B visits only with G, right? So which means these are the only 2 people together, which means nobody else would have gone to visit temple. This is important. So temple to 2 hai. That is it, right? So we had a ratio of 2, 2 and 3. So temple, only 2 people went, right? Now we have used this completely. Let's come to this. C is a female student. Okay, C is a female student who is wearing a sweater, and she does not travel with a pair of sister A and F. So she wears sweater, does not travel with a pair of sister A and F. So female, A and F are female, but right now we can't say that both of them would have gone to the same place. That we can't say, right? Because all 3 of them could have been in a different place of worship, right? I can't say that A and F went to a same place of worship, but B did not, C did not go with either A or F. All right, okay. So the second part we haven't used a B. This part we will be using later on because this is an indirect clue. D is a male student wearing a sweater. Okay, D is a male student wearing a sweater. The moment I do this, sweaters were only 2, so I'll put a cross here, I'll put a cross here, I'll put a cross here. So this is what I'll get. Okay, D is a male student wearing a sweater. Okay, 2 persons wearing the same garment do not visit the same place of worship. Indirect clue, we'll come back to this later on. 2 persons wearing the same garment do not visit the same place of worship. So basically what it means is, I know these 2 people C and D are wearing sweaters. So C and D cannot go to the same place of worship. That's what I know from this. I'll come to this later on. Last cue is A is not wearing a jacket and visits mosque. A is not wearing a jacket. A is not wearing a jacket and visits mosque. So if A is not wearing a jacket, and will only blazer is left for A, and because A visits a mosque, A cannot visit church. Now C did not go to the same place where A went, so C will not go to mosque, which means C would have gone to church. And when C goes to church, I know F would not have gone to church. So only one thing is left for F, which is mosque. So up till now, this is what we've been able to solve. Now the only clue which is to be used, we've used one indirect clue, which is C does not travel with a pair of sister A and F. So that we have used. Now we have to use the other indirect information, which is if you're wearing the same garment, you cannot go to the same place of worship. So sweater is C and D. C went to church, so D cannot go to church, right? Because they both, C and D both are wearing sweaters. C went to church, so D can't go to church. D has to go to mosque. Now maximum there could be 3 ticks under any place of worship. So mosque 3 are done. So now E can only go to church, right? So now we have to fill here this one. Also, if you can see, B is how many females? 1, 2, 4 females are done. So E has to be a male. Okay. Now look at this one. Which one do we use? We have to figure out E. Where would E go? E is church and C is church, right? E has gone with C to the church. So E and C cannot wear the same garment. So C is wearing sweater. Okay, so I can't use that information. But I can use maybe for F. So F has gone to temple with B and G. So whatever B and G were wearing, F cannot wear that. So B is wearing a jacket. So F cannot wear a jacket. So F will wear a blazer. If I do this, 3 ticks are under blazer. So this has to be cross and this will be tick. So this is how our table will look like. The complete table will look like. Right. So always guys, again the process, follow the direct clue first and then only come to the indirect clue. That is the best way of solving any question. अब आ जाओ. Which place of worship does C visit? So C has gone to church. So the correct answer is C. Church. 11th. Who amongst the following is a male student? C is a female student. G is a female student. E is a male student. So this is the correct answer. With whom does A visit mosque? A goes to mosque with D and F. D and F. So this would be our correct answer, D and F. 13. Who all visit church? Who all visit church? Church is visited by C and E. So this would be the answer. And the last question, what is F wearing? F is wearing a jacket. So 14, the answer is A. 14, the answer is A. So guys, I hope you liked the session, and if you're not on Unacademy, please come to Unacademy. There are lots of brilliant teachers, amazing content. We do daily live classes. There are live tests and quizzes. The courses are structured. You get unlimited access to the educator and the content. These are the few batches which were recently launched. So if you're not there, you're missing out on something really great. One more thing that Unacademy has come with Unacademy Combat, which is a real-time gamified version of a test, which is a 1 hour long test. So you compete with your peers, and those who win, you can win Amazon vouchers up till, let's say, 50,000, right? And there is also scholarship at offer. So you can unlock this using my code, which is Anand11. Recent one, 10th of January was over. We'll soon have one more this thing. You download the app, you'll get to know the details of Unacademy Combat. And obviously we get guest speakers also to talk to you about their strategy, about how they achieve. So we'll have Shivam Chandak, who talk about his feat of achieving 100 percentile in logical reasoning section. So with that, I end my session. This is my official Telegram channel, guys. I do lots of small videos also, short videos on brain teasers, on, let's say, strategy videos, and then other areas like what is a good profile to get into an IIM, and what is a good CV, what is a good internship. So you would like to, just attend that. So for that, subscribe to my channel, which is official Unacademy Telegram channel, and you will not miss it so far as the notification is concerned. So with that, I end my session. I hope you liked it.